Hey, everybody, it's Carrie Roldan and Rachel Archuleta for the Intuitive Art Academy. But before I just dive in and tell the story, hey, Rachel, how are you?
I'm awesome. Thanks for asking. Glad to be here with you, and I'm excited to hear your story.
Yeah, so this story, first of all, you're glowing. You're literally glowing right now. Like the minute you hit record on everything set up, so like glittery. Yeah, so I had a moment the other day. I was actually working with a client and I recognized, oh, what's happening right now. I had an intuitive hit about that, but I didn't say anything because she seemed so good and so aligned. And so she was like riding a high, and I didn't want to rain on her parade. So let me tell you the story of what it was, because the whole point is like your intuition is never wrong. I know this. She knows this. Like, she's my client. She's been working with me for a long time. We both know this. And yet, it was a moment where both of us didn't listen to our intuition and then saw quickly like, we saw quickly the results of that. Well, I see you want to say something already.
No, I was doing the cringe with you about you both didn't listen to your intuition.
Yeah. Okay. So the package that she's on, we have 15-minute laser coaching sessions. So they're not these like deep dive sessions. So she came to me a couple sessions ago and was like going through her list of things that had happened. And she said, we just hired this consultant and she's so great and da 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 and da da da. And she like told me how amazing she was and that she had worked with this company. And the as she's talking about it, and I can see her lighting up and being excited, I was like getting a no. But I didn't say anything because I didn't want to rain on her parade. And honestly, because it probably wasn't the most pressing issue of that call, right? We had 15 minutes and but I remember feeling the no and doing what I have trained. We all are a work in progress, right? So doing the thing that I do, which is kind of being like, Carrie, don't be such a judgmental person. Like this poor woman that you're saying, like, because the more she talked about how excited she was about this consultant, I created an image in my head of what she looked like. I like created this whole thing around her, and I did not like her. I did not like her one bit, this consultant. And I just felt like, yeah, not in the best interest. But I didn't say anything. We moved on. She seemed very happy about it. So, a few weeks go by, and then we're checking in again, and she's telling me about everything. And then she mentions that consultant. And this time, the way she's talking about her, it's like not the same person. And here's what happened with that consultant: she was super qualified, right? On paper, she was a win. Internally, I was like, right? And I turned her into an evil person in my head. Well, what happened in the several weeks that followed was that she got sick with COVID. Her family got sick with COVID. I think she had COVID when they hired her and they didn't know it. And then she relapsed, or there was something more. Anyways, she was really unavailable and she just sort of dropped off the face of the earth and like ghosted them. Now, with good reason, right? Like her family is in crisis. She's very sick. There's super good reasons for why she did what she did, but then she came back and was like trying to be super involved. And instead of being what they had hoped she was being, she was kind of like a wrench in the system, right? Suddenly she wasn't working the way that everybody thought that she would. And she just couldn't be present and had a ton going on. And like they said, she came to the call and there was outside and there were sirens in the background. Like she just came in chaos, right? And I told my client, I was like, "Oh, I feel so terrible. I felt a no the first time you mentioned it, but you seemed so excited, didn't say anything." And my client goes, "That's not even." She's like, "That's not even you. That's me." She goes, "I felt a no the first time that we brought it up, but she seemed like such a winner that I talked myself into being excited." So then we both had the conversation, which is like, now we know, right? When now we know why you listen no matter what. Why it's okay that when it looks like a yes on paper, that you can say no. Or when it looks like a no on paper, that you could say yes. So that was my big, like, you'd think I'd know better by now moment. But what I liked about it was how quickly everything, right? How quickly everything happened and came to a head, and like both of us realized super quickly, oh, that's why we were a no. Now we know. Next time we'll listen.
Yeah, I love it. I love how we have ample opportunity to learn to trust ourselves and no harm is really done, you know?
Yeah, and it's, I mean, when I had this conversation with you, we didn't have it in person. We were talking over a little app that we use back and forth. Um, but you said to me, "Well, yeah, except for that this was the path of least resistance, right? Like that what you and your client both learned, right, is the no in the moment maybe would have been more resistant than, oh, that's what I remember, right? I was a no initially, so I don't have to spend any more time trying to make this right."
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, I love it. Yeah, you can't get it wrong, basically. No matter what you do, you're always taken care of. And then when you're done with the little episode, you're right in the perfect spot to move forward to where you want to go again. So it's all a fabulous thing. Since we're on the Intuitive Art channel, we could mention that you can get more information about your intuitive yeses or nos using intuitive art. Like, so let's say you do the yes no technique in the moment, or you just already feel like, okay, this is a no, but you're curious still. I mean, this has happened to me. Things have been a no, and I've been like, no, I really want to do that. So I can go to intuitive art and say, why is this a no? That simple. Or why is this a yes? And then get more information and just like ease your mind.
I don't often ask the why, but my favorite way to handle that with intuitive art is show me what my life looks like, right? Like, so for this person, if we hire, show us what our business looks like if we hired this consultant, show us what our business looks like if we don't hire this consultant. And sometimes that's enough for me. But even as I'm saying that out loud, um, the why is this a yes, or why is it a no? I like that. I almost never ask why to intuitive art.
Honestly, I don't either. I normally do. Like Carrie and I were in this position of we were going to hire a consultant a few months ago as well. And we were really excited about it. Really excited. There was no reason whatsoever not to say yes. But we were both getting that no feeling, and the intuitive art was backing that up. So we didn't ask the specific why, but we were asking in different ways. What will it look like if we hire this person now? And it just wasn't there. So yeah, it's saved us tens of thousands of dollars doing this. We've also spent tens of thousands of dollars doing this. So yeah, like help yourself out, give yourself some more context to your intuition so that you can trust yourself more and you'll just feel better. You'll feel more relaxed. You'll feel more confident with your decisions.
And you know what I think about trusting, right? Because the whole conversation my client and I had, right, is your higher self always knows. Your higher self always has your best interest in mind, right? And that's what's giving you the yes and the no, right? That's what's giving you that. Um, and intuitive art is just a way to like have that two-way conversation with your higher self, right? To go deeper and to understand. And I think the beauty is the more that you listen to your intuitive stuff, the less you actually need the well, why, well, right, the more you just know, all right, I'm on the right path, even if it doesn't make sense. And that's what you and I have gone through so many times where we're like, it seems like the smart move is to do this, but both of us are really feeling that. And then we can like high five and go the other way and know, hey, we're on the right path.
Yeah. And to be honest, the last decision we made together that was really big that we thought this is a no brainer, but we're not doing it. We had like a little meeting about that last week and we both realized why we made the decision we did, like why we were going to choose our intuitive answer. And it made sense. So we never have any regrets doing that. And I think that's pretty huge. And your higher self doesn't only have your best interest at heart, it has your huge desired life at heart. everything you've ever asked for, all like the hopes and dreams you have for yourself, the wildest and most amazing life you've ever pictured. That's where your higher self is guiding you to. And so it's not just like about keeping you safe or, bringing you happiness. It's no, like for real, all the stuff you want. That's where you're getting pointed to. And I just think that's really exciting. So I'm always up for a little game of like roundabout movement with my higher self because I don't know where I'm going to end up, but I know it's going to be good.
I feel I'm like fighting the yawn as you're
Yeah.
talking about that. Because yes, and I think we all forget that from time to time. Like we
Yeah.
all get stuck in like our littleness, or like our, the part of the path that we can see, and we totally forget that our higher self is hearing everything we're asking for and like sending us on the path of least resistance to it all the time.
Yeah. Good stuff.
All right, well that was my story for the day. It was like my face palm moment. But even face palm moments, like it turned into this beautiful, uh, let's remember to listen to our, like, to say, for me with her, like remembering why she pays me to tell her what I'm feeling, right? Like, and for her, remembering she can totally trust herself. She doesn't have to, she has partners in this business, right? She can totally trust herself. And that's what it um, really showed both of us in a short amount of time, was like, just trust it. It's always right.
Yep. Awesome advice. Thanks for sharing, Carrie.
You're welcome. Thanks for hanging with me today.
Bye, guys. We'll see you soon. And if you like our videos, subscribe to our channel.